Hello everyone, Green Gemini here, back with your next episode of Cities Skylines, Springwood. And kind of see how people are using the parking lot there, which is really nice, really like that. Today what we're going to do is we're going to start on downtown, and we're going to start building up and utilizing some of the RCI demand that we have for the city. And hopefully that will kind of unlock a couple of things for us when it comes to... well, population, right? So we need 34,000, so we really only need 5,000 more people. It unlocks our next area, and it also gives us a university campus area, which we don't really need, but it does give us the Eco Advanced Inland Water Treatment, so we're really going to need that, because if I look at our water capabilities right now, getting kind of low. The other thing that I was looking at too was we actually are starting to get a skyline here with our city. So you can kind of see off into the distance there to where, you know, you've got the bridge, there's a couple taller buildings and stuff like that. So, and that will completely change. Let's go ahead and take a screenshot of that. And once we get the larger buildings over here in, it is going to completely change how this whole thing looks. Let me do something real quick here. Okay. So, what we'll do is we'll come over here, and there was something that I noticed with this road right here and what I want to do with it. Obviously does not look very good. So, what I want to do is I want to break that up, and then I want to get, let's see, let's go that, let's go this. And we'll say I want a straight slope. We'll keep it to the ground, I think. I think that'll work. Let's see how that works. Let's see how that looks. Well, it looks much better than what it did before, but I like that. I do. I like that. Okay. Alright. So what's going to be interesting here is how some of this stuff works out. Now, I did say that I wanted to have some IT clusters around here, so let's go ahead and turn that off. First of all, go back to regular, thank you. So district-wise, I mean, yeah, it would be easy to put, you know, a district here, another district here. Actually, if we do, let's go ahead with a district here. So do Crest Hills. Let's do Crest Hills all the way throughout here. This will all be Crest Hills all the way through here. That and along the river. Stopped Crest Hills at this part of the avenue. And actually that will not be incorporated into Crest Hills. This can be one right here, so we've got Maple Hills. And then we'll do an additional one here. Actually, the Spring District will be throughout here. Let's see, Spring District. Yeah, that'll be enough for the Spring District. And then this one will continue along here, over to here. Okay, what is that? Elk Heights. Okay. And then let's keep this over here simple. Let's just do a district here. Do one here. I'll get all this straightened up here in a minute. And then we'll do another one here. Just like that. Now, I'm not going to do anything around this. Oh, my bus has finally decided to start going through there. Wait. That's causing a little bit of a backup, isn't it? A little bit. It seemed like it was better when the buses were coming down this way, so I really don't feel like that this is necessary. especially when there's nothing happening here. What do I get, like 2 buses off of that and that's it? No. No. That's just not working at all for me. Unless I do... No. It's just not working. It's just not. Just let it go. Just let it go. Deal with it later. Goodness. This is like the squirrel moments, I'm telling you. Alright, anyway. So, we have Crest Heights, Maple Hills, Spring District, Elk Heights, Beechwood Heights, and then Sheffield Hills. Okay. I'm good with all of that. Alright. Now, the specialization when it comes to this, the IT cluster is really only for the industrial zones. Because, no, I'm sorry, that's for the offices. Yes. So, office areas for the workplace for educated citizens. Make sure that you have university in the city to provide yada yada yada. Okay, yeah, we've got that. So what I'm thinking is we have... Let me pull the districts back up again. So we have Maple Hills, Spring District. So I think we'll make these 2 will be IT clusters. So office specialization, IT cluster, and that one and that one. And then we'll make sure that we have a road that goes between the 2 as well. Because it could be something to where like 2 corporations or 1 corporation could have 2 buildings, one on this side of the highway, one on that side of the highway. At least, I mean, it makes sense to do it that way. So we go up 1, 2, 3. And then down. Perfect. I like that. That works. Alright. So we'll have traffic going back and forth in between there. Let's go ahead and straighten these up a little bit. That's small. Take it off the avenue because what I want is I want people to make sure that they are taking the avenues. We're going to go like that. So we're going to get this off of here. Thank you. Get this off of here. And what I want to do is we'll probably add in... I'm thinking we add in Old Town Policy to all of these. That way people aren't traveling through the district to get to somewhere else. Because when they're coming in from the highway... I know it doesn't affect the highways, but when they're coming in off the highway, I don't want someone who is wanting to go to the Spring District to get off the highway. You know what I mean. I want them to go I just want them to go the way I want them to go. That's all. I can't really bring to words what I'm trying to say for some reason. So anyway, I just want them to go in the direction I want them to go. To deal with it. Electricity wise, we're gonna need to figure out how we're gonna get electricity in here. What if we do a little jump ship? What if we add some low density commercial in here? And actually we'll start the high density commercial here. And then we'll start high density residential in here. The hard thing with high density residential is that I don't really necessarily want it along the avenue. But then we have an IT cluster in here. So with the IT cluster, we're going to do office buildings back here and in here. And then we'll say we want office buildings to go 1, 2, 3. Commercial will go 1, 2, 3. We'll do a path in between here. do a walking path kind of around. So with the IT clusters and everything, we want to make sure that we have the spaces for the office workers to, you know, be able to go to a park, have, you know, some relaxation time and stuff like that. We want them to be able to have a good working environment. And that's what some of these larger open areas can do. We can do with too, is like right here we can do maybe some commercial in the front, and then in the back put some walking paths and you know, housing and stuff like that. So we can have a cluster of apartment buildings like right here, another one here. Do a walking path in there. Do a high density commercial building here and here, and then more here. I have no water throughout here. I haven't laid any pipes down yet, so I'm gonna need to get utilities in here real fast. Let's just go plop these down as quickly as possible. It's something that I always seem to forget for some reason. So get that. That. Okay. Yeah, electricity might be a little bit few and far in between here real quick, but it's okay, we'll get electricity to it. We can run some temporary electricity lines here. See, I have that filled in already. This doesn't have anything filled into it. Let's do this. Let's be a little strategic here in how we're getting people in here. So we have commercial there. Let's go with... Pardon me. Let's go with residential here. I know it's right next to a highway, but they're going to have to deal with it. It's part of living in a city, right? The residential all the way throughout here. We might be able to keep this to an IT cluster. Or IT over here, office buildings over here. Let's say office buildings here and here. More commercial can go here. Where do I not have buildings going right now? Just going to give it a little bit of time before I do anything with electricity, because buildings are kind of popping up a little quickly. Let's get this filled in. And that kind of creates a little bit of a line. And then this is just not working at all for me. So we're just going to say... We're going to take this back down to 55. And then the buses will end up going this way, and then we can just tear that down. It's not working out like I was hoping it would. I was hoping it was going to be a lot better than that. I guess it would have been better if the road was coming in this way. That would have been fine, but then there's really no way for these guys to leave efficiently. So, I don't know, it's kind of a failed attempt at that, but that's okay. That's alright. I will admit to my failures. Give me this. That is not going to go across there. It will with that. Okay. Alright. Come on. Build up so you can connect with the electricity, please. Let's have that go to here. I need to be able to have electricity to everything. There we go. It's almost close enough to jump. Almost. Thankfully nothing is built in there yet, so I don't have to worry too much about anything building in there. There you go. See, the IT cluster, that is what you want in your city. Those really nice big skyscrapers. So when we go back to where we were before, at this vantage point, you can now see our downtown, right? You can now clearly see that's where our downtown is. That's wonderful. So as you're driving into the city, you're kind of starting to see it a little bit off into the distance. Hang on, let's see if we can. I don't know where you're going, but we're going to follow you. Oh, dang it. Of course, I picked him and he's, you know, not even on the highway anymore. All right, fine, whatever. We're gonna stop doing that. We're gonna go back over to here. All right. So this, we haven't had a whole lot of people move in yet. So that kind of scares me. It does. It kind of scares me a little bit that we haven't had any. We don't have any traffic over here yet. But it'll happen. We've got 16 uneducated people. Oh yeah, I guess we should look at that, shouldn't we? Alright, so we've built up a nice little section here. Crest Heights, I think, is where we will go ahead and put our schools. Let's go ahead and put... Actually, we're going to end up with 2 elementary schools in here. So we're going to say one will go right here. And then we'll go ahead and add another one here. And then the high school, which is so much bigger than what I thought it was going to be. Let's see, high school we can add, let's go with one of them right here. And we'll add another one in here. Let's look at services. Oh, we need a hospital complex. That's what we need. I think we'll wait on the hospital complex. I mean, we need one, but I think what I want to do is I'm going to have police and fire in one section. And then we're going to do kind of a big hospital complex. We're going to do we're going to have the hospital, and then we're going to have other buildings all around it. We're going to have the hospital, we're going to have senior living, we're going to have child health care center. We're going to have all of this stuff around the hospital. And it's going to look really, really nice. And we'll focus on that in the next episode. For right now, though, we are going to let's put our fire station. Let's see, we need fire and police. So why don't we stick our fire station right here, right across from the high school. And then the police station will stick, well, actually this needs to be a police headquarters. That'll actually fit right there very nicely. So fire and police right here, perfect. Never have to worry about crime in the city. I don't. See, look at that. Look, I got rid of that, and this is flowing so much better. So this was a waste of time and energy. It's okay, we learn from our mistakes that we do. Okay. So that's much better. But this is great though. This is absolutely fantastic. Not a whole lot going on the roads. There's some going on the roads, but not a lot of activity, which I like. We have... That is a main avenue, and I said I was going to do... let's see, let's do an education boost, first of all. And then we're going to do... recycle plastic... city planning, Old Town policy. Speaking of, I need to get district off the avenue. Kill. Okay, so Maple Hills, no. So Crest Heights is this one and that one. Okay. So Crest Heights is the one that has both elementary schools. Whoops. I should probably move that elementary school over to Maple Hills. But then again, I mean, Crest Heights has... Let's see, what's the population? 675 currently. And then Maple Hills is at 560. I guess that is really something that you should be looking at, is the population. Let's add in... My god, I need so many people right now. Let's go with some commercial along here. Make these a little bit bigger. Let's go with commercial all the way through there. Commercial building here. And I'm doing some commercial buildings on the inside here just because I want to get them away from that a little bit. Why don't we go ahead and do some office buildings in here? I know we don't need them yet, but we will eventually. And this is not set up for an IT cluster, and neither is that. So I just want some basic office buildings in here. And then I'm going to go with office buildings here, there, and on this point. And then we'll add more residential in here. There we go. See, that's what I want to see, is that. And then we're going to have to add in some death care in here. We're going to have to add in some crematoriums. Let's see. So let's go with one crematorium to go here. It's kind of weird to see a crematorium like right in the middle of a city, but you know, you're going to have some smaller buildings in here. It's going to happen. Let's do another one here, and we'll keep these to the main avenues too. We'll do another one here, just to kind of, okay, so that's 4 in this area. That should be good. Should be enough to handle it. I'm loving this IT cluster right now. Totally loving it. Do they have enough people? They do have enough educated people. That's great. It's amazing, though, that a big building like this only needs, like, you know, 10 people. 10 employees, and that's it. Oh, God, this is very boring throughout here. Very, very boring. God, look at these buildings. Are there... God, can we have better buildings? Like, seriously? I'd like to see some better buildings. Now, I will say these buildings are leveling up pretty darn quickly, and I like that. Let's see, not enough educated workers. So, and we're working on that. So we've got, let's take a look at education real fast. So high school capacity is actually pretty good now. Elementary capacity is good. University capacity, not so good. That's what we need to work on, and that's what we need to focus on. We have this over here, which is fine, but I feel like we're going to need like another community school or something like that over here. And it appears we are also out of electricity. So, why don't we go ahead and add on to our energy plants over here. Just go ahead and add 2, because, I mean, we're making enough money and we can afford to do it, so might as well do that. I think what I want to do is I kind of want to redo the power plants and stuff like that. Just to give us a nice area over here of power. I think that would be really good. Okay. So knock on wood, not doing too bad. We still only have 29,000 people here in our population, so I'm not entirely sure how that's working out. Because we started the episode out with 29,000, and now we're still at 29,000. I need more people. I'm trying not to build it up too quickly because I don't want to have a huge death wave come in here and wipe everybody out. Let's go with that. We can go ahead and get rid of this now. I don't think we need that anymore. Let's just do a whole block of residential here. More residential there. Leave residential off of there. Put offices along this and here. And then I'll go with residential here and there. And then I'll add this into here. Okay. There we go. And I think we're gonna leave it there for today. Yeah. Yeah, that's a really good stopping point. So, like always, questions, comments, concerns, put it in the comment section down below. If there's anything you'd like me to see implement into the city, just let me know in the comments. That is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and I'll see you next time.